the Baron laner just yet here for T3. And we have seen the Gwen be denied already. So he has to maybe pick up something like a Fiora instead, or Riven, which we have seen to shine in some of the games we have seen lately.
Yeah, Riven would be a good choice for the overall composition for Team Flash, since they already have Gragas as well as the unit to go in, Evelyn going in from the side, another distraction of the sort, or another champion that can go in and be pretty mobile. Riven could cause a lot of chaos in the comp right now for Invade, as well as it being a very good skirmish champion as well. Would be really good to chase down the Lucian. I'm also just thinking about the Kha'Zix. We have seen this often whenever the Evelyn gets open and is picked by the opposing team. The other team picks the Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix also has a lot of bursts, kind of similar in function to Evelyn, just has a potential for more resets if he upgrades those wings. So could be something that Invade is looking at, although they don't really have a good tool to isolate targets from Team Flash.
Interesting how the Braum actually gets picked up. It may be effective in terms of protecting someone from Invade Esports against the Evelyn, but I would have honestly preferred an Alistar instead, because it's better for frontline. It can push back the Evelyn, it can push back the Yone as well, just prevent every engage from happening. And we have seen many great plays coming in from an Alistar, especially they do need someone to tank in the frontline, someone that is very, very durable. And Braum oftentimes gets, easily bursted out despite the tankiness of this champion. Now the Garen gets picked up.
Yeah, Garen gets picked up. A champion that was very infamous for a while in the pro scene for Wild Rift gets picked up here again for Season 2. Most probably going to the hands of T3. They just want a stable top laner, a stable tank in the top side of the map to balance out their composition so that they won't be as vulnerable, or they won't be vulnerable in every part of the map. Also, we didn't really talk about how the Vladimir has sneaked its way into the composition for Invade. It wasn't banned. It was the last pick for Invade. So BluffX might be having a potentially strong mage in the mid lane to not only be more of a carry, but as well as a late game scaling potential champion for them.
Let's see if that's gonna be the case, right? I think there's so many ways that Team Flash can maneuver around this map, especially because of the Evelyn. Garen oftentimes provide that great stability as well. Plus, can be useful against the Jax just because of how tanky he is. Just one Dimension, ult coming in from the Garen can give a -1 already towards Invade Esports, and they have the burst for that as well. Evelyn, Garen, so many execute damage. This is actually an interesting comp that Team Flash has introduced this time around against Invade Esports.
Yeah, definitely. But we'll see as we start this game 1. Will we have any jungle shenanigans from any of these teams? So far, it doesn't seem so. 368 just putting down an early ward on his blue buff side, making sure that the other team won't be stealing that away. While I guess he'll be going back to get a red trinket later on. Something that we usually see level 1s from the Evelyns. Also, to mention, this Garen has been put into the mid lane instead of the top side, putting the Yone against the Jax. We do see Garen mids. Like, I do remember last year during the
back in the day,
WCS, very old Wild Rift Pro times, and Garen was just busted. But now Garen shouldn't be as busted. But looking at the composition of the Invade, they don't really have a tank buster as well, so it might be hard for them to go to punch through the Garen later on.
Let's see if this would be quite effective here for both sides, right? Garen in the mid lane, Lucian in the mid lane as a response to poke him out as well and bully him there. BluffX in the bottom lane will be suppressed a little bit in terms of XP, but can be a lot safer as well, especially because Type Rotam is going to be there to protect him all throughout. Yeah,
but the thing is, you do like Vladimir to be in the solo lane to get that XP, because you want him to get that ultimate a lot earlier. But now being in the bot lane, being in the dual lane, means that he'll get that less. But it would also mean kind of a safer lane, but not exactly, because the Kai'Sa kind of outranges him. So it might be hard. It could be a 2v2 happening to the top side.
No smite steal coming in from 368. Merely still the one to get it. Great interference as well by Belby coming in. But the charm is gonna come through. No follow-up though by T3 and 368. They are just gonna be clearing out this ward.
Yeah. Standard start. No huge swings yet from both of these teams. Very different from game 1. Whereas earlier in game 1, there was a bit of an overchase from Invade, which gave Team Flash an early 2-1 lead. But now, as things stand, it's very standard. Bank is able to hold himself equally against this Garen, specifically because Lucian is a bit of a lane bully, especially in the mid lane. On the top sides, these top laners seem to be very much even at the moment. No big movements yet from any of these teams. Just judging from that, let's look at how this could develop, especially but bam.
Exhaust gonna be used, but body slam by Shiki. No level 5 just yet, so no cast, but a charmer is gonna be enough. First blood by Team Flash.
A great move right there from Team Flash. Just a bit of an overextension on the Lucian was punished immediately by the exhaust. As we look at this replay right here, they don't really have other information on where everyone is. It's actually back starting things off with the exhaust of his own. But since he overextended himself on that trade against Kuden 368, and Shiki was able to take full advantage, giving the first blood over to Team Flash.
I actually thought that maybe it would have been better for him to fully engage onto Kuden to at least secure a 1-for-1 trade. But that might be just a panic movement coming in from Bank, trying to disengage instead. Not anticipating the charm coming in from the Evelyn. So unfortunate. Great body slam comes through from Shiki as well, right? That just interfered the calling a while ago that was used. Now they're on 1,000 gold lead. Great dodge by Belby, but here comes 368. Again, the charm is just so irritating. Last caress or the kill as well.
Yeah, standard gank right there from the Evelyn. Able to head to top side and get the final blow. Bot side.
Really? Man, the damage as well as the knockup is going to be there as well by INV Esports. Great knockup from Typropam as well. They should be getting some plates here in the bottom lane. And Kuden zoned away from the tower as well.
Yeah, zoned away from the tower, getting plates right now for both Bank and Typropam. Merely, I was actually wondering maybe if you could have
3 plates.
Yeah, 3 plates. That's a lot of gold right now over to the bot side of Invader. I actually think about Merly could have been a bit more aggressive on the bot side, knowing that there was just previously a gank on the top side. The members of the Team Flash are actually 368 getting caught out.
And will be in trouble as well. Merly getting the punish. And this is how INV Esports can bounce back here in this game.
Yeah, that's a great series of events right now for Invade. Merely able to wrap around vision, not being seen at the top side brush near the lane. It means that 368 was just caught out in the jungle of Invade, giving another kill. Now the kills are even 2-2. There is a couple more plate that went to the side of Team Flash. That's why they do have almost 1,000 gold lead. But this is a position that Invade would want to be fairly even as we head towards a 5-minute mark where we'll be seeing the first objectives. Team Flash though seems like they'll be focusing themselves here on the Dragon, while we do see the Kazakhs on the Herald. Maybe just gonna be a handshake here, Giyang.
It's the opposite of what happened in game number 1, right? Team Flash a while ago, or in game 1, focused on the Herald, and Invade try to go on the Dragon. But this time they want to have the scaling here, especially for the Yone, for 368, and the rest of the composition as well. But that is at the cost of the Rift Herald that they can use in top lane or mid lane. But bottom lane, Belby's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Still has the ult, the cast though for the kill. Not the best gold funneling, but top side is the same. And Team Flash will be happy with that exchange.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no wave right now here on the top side in favor of Invade, so they won't be able to push the turret. I think for Team Flash, they do have one in the bot lane, as we do see a fight in the mid lane as we head into this quick replay where we do see the Garen just falling to a 3-man gank tower dive at the top side.
Yeah, it's the Ignite of Typropam that was able to pick up the kill there onto T3. And unfortunate there for INV Esports, but they do unlock the tower in the mid lane, which will give them the advantage later on the rotations.
Yeah, and I do believe, there's the one who took the first tower, so they do get that gold infusion. Also, Shelly getting a second tackle! But
unfortunate! But they do pick up the kill here on the Lucian, so great pickup there by T3. Hyperpam just gonna be walking away, but that charge, that was unnecessary. It could have been averted there. Despite Kuden, unable to pick up that kill, the auto attack onto the Rift Herald allowed them to just chip off another damage there towards the tower.
Yeah, but Typro Pam, he is a Braum. He is very tanky, but he might be in a bit of a danger here.
Merly's gonna be here though. Should be allowing him to stay alive. Bluffx spots the Evelyn 368 using the last caress just to be able to disengage, and Shaky as well just walking out. D3 finally going in once more. Typro Pam this time around has to flash and use the stand behind me to walk away. The damage.
Yeah, good kill right there for Team Flash. This is allowing them now to take the tower here on the top side. It's gonna be the first tower in favor of Team Flash. Great series of events right there. But the bot side, Mac and Belby might be getting a kill on Yonti if they do the tower dive.
They dive and pick off the kill. They should be able to pick up this tower as well in the bottom lane to maybe trade it out on the top side that Team Flash has taken. 368 again hunting. Doesn't know that Typro Pam is gonna be here. The concussive blows, 2 stacks. 1 left, and the burst is gonna be there.
Yeah, the burst is there. The great use of vision right there by Typro Pam. Didn't show himself until the last second when 368 fully committed to try to get the kill on Bluffx, and such a hard kill as well as in Evelyn to try to kill Vladimir. Vladimir can just pop his pull and Jen doesn't get hit, right? But Kuden
is in trouble. Slowed down. The bird's gonna be there. Great shield with a killer instinct. Still is gonna be able to walk away. Yonti is just distracting Typro Pam. Great maneuver to just avert that disaster.
Yeah, Merly has been playing so well so far. Has been in the right position. Has been catching out Team Flash. And also has been playing well with Typro Pam on that support position. Has been supporting his team as well as specifically the support of Invade. That's why we have been seeing some of these rotations going in favor of Invade. Although the gold lead has shifted back. Oh, he's able to steal it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And it's a great timing as well by Belby.
Yeah, great timing. And now Team Flash very deep into the blue side jungle here of Invade. Not sure if there's going to be a fight, but so far the gold lead has swung in favor of Team Flash. But Invade, this is a lot better. This is a better position for them compared to game 1.
A lot better. Tower gonna be falling down in top lane. Yonti's very tanky and should be fine against this Vladimir for now. The mid lane gonna be pressured here by Team Flash. They want to secure this tower, but with the numbers advantage, or at least the number of people there guarding tower, it won't be possible just yet.
Yeah, Yonti is just now showing how strong and how much of a bully Garen is. This is something that we've usually seen before, getting the hull breaker and then just having complete dominion over the first 2-tier turrets, because he's just so tanky. If you don't put a guy there that can immediately clear the wave or be a threat to him in terms for his life, he'll just keep on proc and demolish on your towers, and that's probably what happened there as the second dragon spawns right here.
Oshiki, the stun of the concussive blows is just too much, and he will be taken away as well. INV Esports finding an opportunity here. Will be stalked by 368. I think there is a chance for him to be spotted.
Oh no, Kha'Zix falls down. Kha'Zix falls down, and we do see here Team Flash getting the upper hand here.
Belby taken away, flashed by Bluffx as well, just to be safe. Dragon stolen by Team Flash. That is just insane. Or at least they are able to dissuade them off. And now, INV Esports, what are they to do? TE3 is starting to be unstoppable now. INV Esports is just going to be walking away.
Yeah, so we head into this replay. We do see the Dragon Invade was the one who started this, but even with the 4v5 advantage Invade has, Team Flash still had their ultimates because they were the ones who started the earlier fight. So they were able to turn things around even though they had the numbers disadvantage, and Team Flash also had more gold, had a bit more strength in them, and they were able to take the fight. But this is round 2 for this Dragon. Invade will just be able to take this.
At least they were able to pick it up at the very end, but this time they have to withstand the damage here coming in from Team Flash. They are grouping up. They have taken the kill already on Yonti. Are they still gonna pursue? Merly is gonna be stalking. Fortunately, he does jump away because Sheik is there. Team Flash running towards mid. They want to secure at least a tower here in the mid lane. Bluffx is gonna be here to clear out the wave alongside with Typro Pam. They are able to cancel out the intention here of Team Flash. This is starting to be a great game coming from INV Esports, but we cannot be so sure just yet. Team Flash has their ways to come back in this kind of game for them.
Yeah, definitely. I was scared for Merly there. I felt like he He had the Kha'Zix mentality of trying to get the squishy kill, not exactly knowing if there was anyone in the pixel brush. Glad to know that he was also pulled back by his teammates by the end there before he could get themselves in any dangerous situation. Belby, okay, this is going to be a trade, I believe. But T3 going in.
Will not pursue anymore. But that is a scary feat coming in from T3, starting to be able to dish out so much damage on this Yone. And it will scale up much better towards the late game for sure. INV Esports though are still fine. Merly has been really popping off lately, especially on this Kha'Zix. And it's one of his favorite champions as well. Able to make sure that they get the leverage at times that they can.
So far as well, it's going to be a scary prospect for INV the later this game goes. Imagine a Yone and a Garen just being on the side lanes, going for the split push, but Typro Pam actually backs the one in danger.
Still is alive, but that was close. A flash by Kuden. Trying to get in range for the cat and drain. The cat's gonna be used here on Typro Pam, but still gonna be spike. Laser Fisher gonna be used, calling as well, and the jump by Bell B. Able to still pick up Typro Pam. Kuden, at least it's fine here, but the Vladimir's gonna be here this time around to burst them out. Gets a transfusion. It's going to be the trade though, as Yanti is gonna be here as well. INV Esports can still fight this off. Belby, Tank are in the mid lane but will not pursue Yanti, especially because of the tankiness of this Garen.
Yeah, two separate fights we saw there, but Bank bringing out the fancy feet. He was able to kite out the Yone, but no fancy feet if the big sword coming from Yanti is just gonna smash you into pieces.
They unlock the tower as well. This is, again, great recovery coming in from Team Flash. Right now, INV Esports, you have to be a lot more careful because of the punishment here of Team Flash, especially a while ago, right? We saw the engage coming in from BluffX. We saw Back as well getting too close to dying. Merly as well getting too deep, and it was Team Flash that punished every bit of their overextension.
Yeah. But so far, we've been talking about this for the past couple of minutes now, but this is quite a different showing right now for Invade. I'm loving what they're showing right now, but Yanti is walking against two people.
Oh no.
Oh no.
368 is gonna be here. Shiki as well. BluffX is being stalked. Now the blood pool has been used. They can now burst him out. Goes with Hemo Plague. Type of Vanacity zoning them so long. And now the cast for the isolation. They should be able to pick this kill up. Merly though, in the vicinity, trying to get in range for them. Kuden gonna be on top of the burst, is gonna be there alongside with Bank. Just going in. A 1-for-1 trade, much better for INV Esports. 368 not spotted out just yet. Is close to them.
Yeah. So far, it's been a 1v1. Invade and Team Flash are still within each other's reach until just at this moment where they have gone for the retreat. Very close game we're seeing right here. 11-11 in kills. Only about 1,000, slightly above 1,000 gold lead that Team Flash has. It's negligible at this point. As we get later into the game, the gold lead will not matter as much. And Merly, we saw earlier the damage potential that he had against Kuden. That was a full HP Kaisa, and the Kaisa just disappeared with a full combo from the Kha'Zix. That's going to be a very scary prospect here when come team fights, when Kuden gets left alone on the side. Because what's going to happen here in a lot of these team fights, Team Flash will be running in with Evelyn on the side and the Garen just trying to make space. But the thing is, it's so hard for tanks, especially a Garen, to really make to be as close in the proximity to the marksman unless he doesn't peel for the team. So Merrily will have his openings, will have a chance to delete the squishies, especially this Kaisa. Like you can see right now how far the Kaisa is from her team.
And especially because of how much zone control INV Esports actually has. The Vladimir, the Jax, everyone would be scattered later on, but they are attempting to get the steal here onto the Dragon. It is unsuccessful. The gas can be used as well, but the kill coming through from INV Esports. 368 unsuccessful on the assassination will get picked up instead, and INV Esports starting to resist Team Flash.
Yeah, I feel like Invade is feeling it. The Invade is feeling that they have this opening right now. You can see the plan and the discipline from them. They didn't look at the Dragon, but there's another fight here in the mid lane.
Yanti flashing out. Kuden gonna be the target selected here. Still is able to be safe. That was so close.
Baron's on the plate here for Invade. They can take this down so fast.
They are trying to. Team Flash not really pursuing. Yanti is in the front line, but with the damage that they have dished out already, they are just gonna be forcing INV Esports to disengage, and that is good already.
Yeah, that is a good timing for Team Flash, stopping the Baron take right there for Invade. I feel like they maybe could have set themselves up for another pick, just starting off the Baron, but Typropam is very deep here into the jungle, putting immediately just at least that one ward gives him a lot of information, and Team Flash would go around there for some Baron vision and Baron control. But going back as well in that dragon fight, we didn't see the Kha'Zix or Merly trying to jump into the pit for the steal. Instead, he positioned himself for the fight. That's why Invade was able to get the advantage there, because they waited for Team Flash to be the ones to start the fight against them, while this Kha'Zix is just dealing massive amounts of damage at this point. Gold.
Yeah, and
yeah,
it's even.
Yeah,
Gold's almost even. Yeah, basically even. And to think that Team Flash was the one dictating the flow of this game a while ago, right? Through the pickoffs, through the assassinations, through the Dragon Stacks, actually is better for them. But we see them giving so much respect now towards INV Esports just because of how much they were able to resist on the couple of fights a while ago. They're able to stalk out 368, deny the burst, and also take the crucial kills towards Kuden and the rest of Team Flash.
I'm also liking the plays right now from Invade. 368 so far has not been finding the openings to be able to get these assassination plays. He still have a lot of chances later on, but with the Elder Drake up on the map right now, that is the biggest objective next to the Baron that both of these teams are looking at. But Invade already moving themselves into the position to challenge this Elder Drake.
They should be able to. 368.
Oh, Belby
gets the damage done. T3 is there as well. Stasis is going to be used. Fate Steel dodge! Unable to time it correctly, and that's unfortunate here for Team Flash. Now they have major ultimates not available, and still are going to be pursuing Belby, unable to burst him out with the last Lascares. So 2 ultis no longer available for Team Flash. And INV Esports knows it. Great shield coming in from Typropam. They are able to still position here towards the spike, towards this dragon. 368 though is stalking.
Yeah.
Trying to get around. Yonti gonna be in the position here in the front line. Glacier Fisher gonna be used now. Yonti is still alive. Still has the shield. 368 going in the vicinity. Typropam gonna be in a lot of trouble this time around, but Murder is gonna be catching him off guard. And the Lucian is gonna be able to pick up the kill. Now, INV Esports has numbers advantage. Team Flash will walk away.
That's a bad timing for 368 to come out, and also when the lowest health member is the support, you don't want to be targeting that. You'd rather target some of the other champions, the more big ticket champions on the side of Invade, like the Lucian, like the Kha'Zix, or even Belby when he jumped him earlier. But right now with the numbers advantage right now in favor of Invade, they can creep into a point of control here over the map.
They're still starting?
Yeah, they're still starting.
Jumpler here. INV Esports is gonna love this, or at least this is at an attempt or Team Flash to go in for the fight. Cast gonna be used already, but they are running away. Belby taking a bit of damage there, but they are already starting, continuing this Elder Dragon take. T3's in the vicinity, should have the Fate Seal this time around. Uses it onto the Braum and will be getting the kill onto the Jax as well. Match and Justice unable to find anyone though. Yonti running away. The steal is not gonna come through. It's INV Esports getting the Elder Dragon.
That was such a weird start right there for Team Flash. You did mention the Team Flash. Why did they start the Elder Drake? They didn't have their jungler. They didn't have a smite to be able to secure the objective, and Invade was the one who comes in. Thanks Team Flash for aggressing the dragon, dealing damage, and they're the ones who are able to pick up the buff. They have the Elder Drake buff right now with the Baron buff still up on the map. We could see a big 5v5 in a few here.
INV Esports gonna be continuing as well on this assault towards Team Flash, especially with this Elder Dragon secured. That was weird coming in from Team Flash. We're now at 20 minutes and 40 seconds. INV Esports can force fights, especially with this Elder Dragon. Team Flash knows it as well. They should know as well that they have to disengage. Yonti gonna be engaged here. Taking a bit of damage. Lafex, the flank coming through, should be taken out. 368 though is in a vulnerable position, will be traded out. And I don't think that's a worthy trade, because without the jungler, INV Esports, they can't actually do the same thing this time on the Baron.
Yeah, but they also don't have the Lucian. There's a lot of damage missing right now on the side of Invade, and because of that, the pressure that Team Flash can have over the members of Invade can be immense. But right now, Invade is pushing them back as we head to the 21-minute mark of this game. Baron is still up. It's a 4v4 map state, and we never thought this game could be this close after seeing game 1. But Invade right now, at the cusp at that closest mark where they could get their first win here in WRL Season 2. With the composition they have right now, they could very much well do so that against Team Flash, but they need to force a mistake from Team Flash, and that could come from a Baron fight.
Force out Kuden to be overextended, force out 368 as well to try and assassinate Bank and be unsuccessful with it. That happened at certain times already and can be forced out again. The Esports applying so much pressure across the map, really getting the steal here towards the red buff of 368 is just great macro plays coming in from INV Esports, punishing every single small mistake. No matter how small it is, it's still a mistake that INV Esports can capitalize onto.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if you try to do those things right from the Invade's point of view, they might stretch themselves too thin. If they do so, they might leave openings from what 368 is doing right now. He's so deep in the Kuden. Bank? Oh no!
Oh, the assassination by 368. Finally, they do pick up the kill, and Team Flash are going to be pressuring INV Esports. Bell before to use the stasis. T3, does he have the knockup? It does, but gets still counter-strike away, Flash away as well by Belby to just disengage. And Flash does have the numbers advantage. He can go towards there here into the mid lane, stalking out Merly already. They will spot him out. The burst is going to be there to steal on the red buff, answering back on the steal a while ago. Yonti going to be here as well in the front line. Bluffix trying to deal some damage onto these tanks, but unable to chip up as much as he needed to. He will just walk away.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, right, these teams right now trying to find mistakes. 368 was able to go so deep into the territory of Invade because of his invincibility and was able to catch back off guard, assassinating the Lucian almost instantly, just like what we saw earlier on when Kazu was able to jump Kuden on the Kaisa. Now, Elder Drake is about to spawn again. About 368 might be getting caught out here.
Really?
No?
He jumped just yet. Giving respect towards 368, but that was close.
Yeah.
Scuttle Crab secured by 368, though. That is actually big.
Yeah. These teams playing on the knife's edge right now in Game 2 of this best of 3 series. This is just a very crucial game right now in terms for Invade to get at least their first game win here in the WRL.
It's the longest as well.
It's the longest as well, yeah. It's the longest game they've had so far, and 24 minutes here, Guillaume. There's another Elder Drake on the map.
They are just waiting for it. Right, at the best kind of timing here. Team Flash has the priority. This has been the name of the game. Priority for Team Flash and INV Esports waiting for a mistake. But if Team Flash doesn't commit towards any mistake, they can actually take it already. They are starting the Elder Dragon. Being started by T3. Checking the area as well. Monty gonna be in the front line. Belby gets hit with a Void Seeker as well. 368 in the vicinity. Typro Pam is already low. The pokes are coming through. INV Esports starting to feel the pressure. 368 will be spotted by that pink ward if ever he does walk forward. And Merly's gonna be in the vicinity as well, trying to get the proper timing. The charm is gonna be there, at least allowing Merly to actually spot out the position of 368 for the burst.
Ignite.
Pam is still alive. Ignite is sticking. 368 stalking him though. Should be fine unless he walks towards them. That's gonna be big. 368 does have the count still. It's gonna be picked up. Not the best trade here by Team Flash. And now, INV Esports can just go towards this dragon, but it's already too late.
Why?
Flash does have a chance still, but can they actually do this again? This is the reason why INV Esports was able to pick up the Elder Dragon a while ago, and now it's the same thing.
It's deja vu here, Gia, as the Elder Drake is below half. They're gonna take this.
They are. No contestation this time around. Dragon secured, and now it's a disaster for Team Flash. The birds are gonna come through Bluffex, and then moving right onto them. The Blood Pool to try and stall it out. Yonti.
Okay, that is an ace right now for Invade, and Invade was able to clean up after the fight when it looked like they were about to be cleaned up by Team Flash, and they still have the Elder Drake buff. It's only 368 left here to defend with 2 members right now of Invade barreling down the mid lane turret. Belby got set, taken down. It's only going to be Bluff X versus 368 here. Whoa!
Finish was not there. Alive, especially with the Hemoplague heal. But at least Team Flash, the game is not over. They can still come back here in this game, but it's just so risky. Right now, 368 is the reason why they lost a while ago in the Elder Dragon. Bluffx still alive with transfusion, just healing him up.
That's the late game Vladimir, everyone. I can see how much HP he was able to get back with the transfusion. 4k gold lead right now for Invade as we head into the 27-minute mark. Team Flash knows that there are members of Invade in that brush as they look at this Baron, and this is such a close game right now. One mistake from Invade can tilt the favor towards Team Flash, and at this point in time, one clean fight, one clean ace can give the victory to whichever team will be able to complete it.
Oh man, this is starting to be so scary here for Team Flash. INV Esports now has everything on the line. 27 minutes. We are now on the longest game so far here in Wild Rift League Asia Season 2. INV Esports and Team Flash are the one to beat the record, but can INV Esports beat Team Flash and push it to game number 3? Kuden is in a lot of trouble. 368 is in the vicinity trying to stop out Belby, but does have the GA, so it's not the best target here for Team Flash.
Yeah, but 368 is in his favorite spot in the past 10 minutes in this game. Only at the mid lane. Now just going back into the red buff, but will he be spotted as he gets into into that brush? No, he knows. But Typo Pam,
he knows.
Members of Team Flash
gonna go in. Shaky stalling out with the stasis. Can they actually still help him out? The answer is gonna be no. Gets bursted away just in time for this Baron. 368 still stalking, still spotting out.
It's possible 4v4.
Will not be jumped away here by 368. Jumps away instead, but Typer Pam gonna be in a lot of trouble. Sebastian just gonna be used to concussive blow. It's actually working here. The reverse coming in.
D3's here!
Here comes D3 as well. Flash gonna be used by Bank to try and stay alive. Will be able to at least distance himself, but not for long. It's only Bluffx remaining alive this time around in the mid lane. It's being avoided by everyone from Team Flash.
Yeah, and off screen, there was a serious 1v1 happening between Belby and T3, and looked like T3 was the one who came out on top, and that's why we saw T3 being able to back his team up in the mid lane. 368 has just been a menace here, while Team Flash starting out the Baron right here. Baron is very tanky at this point, but with no invade members on the map, Team Flash would look to be able to secure this.
This is gonna be close. INV Esports unable to go. Oh no! 368 is dead! What?
Okay, it doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, that was close. If Belby was just 2 seconds closer towards the Baron, that would have been a potential steal. If he went there 2 seconds faster.
If he had the inkling that it was at that low and then tried to go for the steal, maybe, right? If he walked straight into the pit. But the thing was, you wouldn't bet at this part of the game, at almost 30 minutes of Wild Rift, for the team's jungler to die in front of the Baron, and that was what happened to 368.
We mentioned this a while ago, though.
Yeah, we mentioned this a while ago.
We're a 30-minute game. It's now here.
We have jinxed ourselves.
It's gonna be worth it though by INV Esports. They're still here. The scaling is now unlocked on every single member here of Team Flash and INV Esports. Bank is starting to fall off, but Bluffx again! The burst coming through, and Kuden will not survive this time around. INV Esports find the kill.
Yeah, but as the Invade wins these fights, these 4v4s, I'm always looking at the map, because look at where the Yone is. If the Yone is able to get the kill on the Jax, it to just tilt the macro game into the favor of Team Flash. As this Elder Drake is being spotted, Team Flash knows very well that there's going to be a bit of hesitation here.
T3 is dead. So now Belby is going to be able to help out here into the Elder Dragon fight as well. But the base!
But the minions! The minions! 17 HP!
If anyone asks you how close this game was, the sound of 17 HP on the Nexus. INV Esports though able to fight.
368! Can just last guys in!
368.
He can just hit this!
Waiting. Baron is going to be spotted out. The Baron minions. Baron powered minions. 368. Can he actually flash in and secure this? Murdy's gonna be here as well. 368.
Yes,
is gonna be spotted out and will be bursted away. 368 does have the last caress. Jumps away and will not be able to survive. INV Esports cancel the rotation. Cancels out the base race.
Ooh, that was such a scary moment for Invade. I'm so glad. Oh, they're so glad to see that the Nexus was regenerating. Yeah, that was a close backdoor. But now we've gone even farther than the time limit that we were talking about. We're at the 31-minute mark. There's more than 200k gold combined for both of these teams in this game, and this is officially the longest game we've ever had here in WRL Season 2.
Welcome to League of Legends.
Welcome to League of Legends. And wow,
Alright.
it's not a lack of those teams trying right now, right? Like they've been trying so hard to get the bigger advantage to end the game, but it's just been a game of either 368 able to burst down Bank and get a numbers advantage, or Bluff X doing the same to Kuden. And I don't know. It's so hard now to see how these fights are gonna go, but it's gonna depend on the execution, who makes a mistake first.
Yeah, Elder Dragon still present here for INV Esports. Again, force out fights. 368 has been consistent in stalking out the members of INV Esports. D3 as well on the split push. This is why INV Esports is unable to close out this game, and that's a big pressure on Belby as well. Massive pressure by 368 as well. Stalking out Yonti, though, is in a lot of trouble. You gotta get bursted out. Still has his static shield. Bluffex will allow Merlin to pick up the kill. Stay in the vicinity, but it's gonna be a lot of trouble. That's gonna be used. Bluffex is still alive, at least for INV Esports, but as the jungler down already, Bank gonna be in a lot of trouble as well, being stalked out here by 368. Has Typro Fam, he has a big responsibility to prevent it from happening. The burst gonna come through, Bank still stays alive, especially with the maul.
Oh no, TD!
Wide open, 368, Belby will not be able to defend, and Team Flash denies this game from INV Esports. They get the 2-0 against Invade.
And what a 2-0 it was, Giyang. At the end, after every nail-biting fight, after every heart-wrenching, heart